I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to talk about all the essentials you need to get and kickstart your 3D printing. I've designed this guy solely for mask and filter capsule 3D printing and hope you get multiple machines for volume production. With that said, here's what you need to get. Alright, first thing first, we need to get ourselves a 3D printer. Obviously, there are a lot of choices. I'm not going to go through it all, just get the Ender 3 Pro. And you're probably going to wonder if you should get the Pro versus non-Pro. I'm not going to go over the specs and the differences, but my suggestion is just go for the Pro since the price went down a lot since it's first launched. As of today, the price difference between those two versions are very little. So I would say get the one with more feature. All right, so why the Creality Ender 3? Well, first of all, it's easily accessible. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them on AliExpress, you can even get them on the Creality official store. I believe AliExpress is a little bit cheaper, but there are things you need to take into account. First is the shipping time and shipping cost, and also the exchange and return policies. Make sure you guys read them up and read carefully before you purchase. Second reason why the Ender 3 is because for the price that you pay for, you're actually getting a really good quality print. And that's definitely one of the biggest reasons why so many people are purchasing the Ender 3. But one of my biggest reasons why you should get an Ender 3 is because Ender 3 has a very large community. You can search on Reddit, you can search on YouTube. If you ever run into a problem, you can easily find solution in those two places and you don't have to wait forever for someone to answer you. And trust me on this, it's going to save you a lot of time down the road. And with the Ender 3, there are a lot of upgrades. I mean, lots, like pages after pages. I'm not going to go through all the good upgrades, but instead I'm just going to tell you all the essential ones so you can spend the least amount of money and get the best result. All right, the first upgrade that you must get, or I urge you to get, is the yellow springs. They are the yellow springs that go under the bed to support the bed. The ones that Ender 3 or Ender 3 Pro comes with is horrible. As you can see, one is much solid than the other. And what it does is it gives enough support to print after print. If you go with the ones that come with the machine, you will end up leveling your bed a lot more often and wasting a lot more time. So once again, get the yellow spring. Why? A, you will spend less time leveling your bed. B, print quality will be much, much better, especially for long prints. Next, you need to get a glass bed. No, not this kind of glass bed. Just get a glassroom mirror that with a dimension of 235 by 235 with thickness of 3 to 5. Nothing too thin, nothing too thick. If you're being lazy, you can also get the official glass. Make sure you get the upgraded version. I don't think you can get the old version on Amazon anymore. Maybe on AliExpress, but I think most of the sellers just sell the new one, which is quite okay. What the glass does is to increase adhesion, so your first layer actually sticks to the bed, which is very important in 3D printing. And your print quality will be much better and your failure rate will be much less. If your glass doesn't come with any kind of clip or binding clips, you need to get some. You need 4 for each corner. The next big thing is probably the filaments. Basically, any PLA will do. Any brand should be okay. There are 3 keywords you guys should look for. First is the diameter. Make sure it's 1.75 mm. Second thing is the weight. 1 kilogram per spool. Some comes with 0.5 so that it looks cheaper, but you're not comparing apple to apple. Third thing is dimensional accuracy, which is plus minus 0.03 mm. Usually the ones that are accurate, they will say it. The ones that are not that accurate, that creates all kinds of clotting, and they probably won't say it on the box. So make sure you guys read up on the specs. So there's one more PLA, it's called the PLA Plus. Basically, it prints in a little bit higher temperature, and it gives a better service quality, a little better color and mechanical properties. But for our case, we don't really need it unless you find a PLA Plus that is probably similar in pricing, and also the delivery time, it's faster than the PLA, then go ahead and get them and give it a try. Okay, so when you receive your PLA filaments, make sure it is in vacuum sealed package, which means no air is inside. If there's air inside, just exchange or return it, and change a different brand maybe. It is important that the PLA comes in a sealed package because PLA is actually cornstarch and is very hygroscopic, which means it will absorb all the moisture in the air. And once the water gets into the PLA, your print will degrade. So if you first started with a degraded PLA, over time, your print will only get worse. So make sure the package is vacuum sealed. Other things you should consider getting is probably a small knife. Make sure it's small, strong, and flexible. The one that works well for me is the Ikea one. It comes in a package. It is super cheap. I know the Ender 3 comes with a scraper, but it doesn't work as well as a small knife. So give the small knife a try if you don't have one handy. Another thing is nice to get is to get a cheap USB fan. It works better than a knife, to be honest. I'm going to tell you in the next video, but if you don't have a fan handy, make sure you get one, as it's super duper easy to lift something off with a fan. Last but not least, get a glue stick. A small one will do. Most of us use the purple one, but any brand will be okay. The purpose of the glue stick is to create adhesion for your first layer, but for PLA, especially if you have a glass bed, you probably don't need it. But it is something nice to have it handy. So get any brand, any size, it doesn't really matter. And the small one will go a long, long way. So there you have it. Those are the things you need to get essentially to kickstart the project. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. The other button seems okay too. Let me know what you think. Am I missing out on something? Is there something I can improve? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.